Welcome, Spikelings, to the Shark Typhoon.
Why the fetches? We have Fatal Push and we have a Murderous Cut. So we beat Coffers earlier. Don't you already bring in Ratchet Bomb and Orvars for creativity? Yeah, I'm saying I want to cut the Orvars because I have the Ratchet Bombs. I must have said that several times. Okay, let's take the Whisper, I think. From the play, the Whisper would be damaging them a lot. Hearse plus extra Murderous Cut. Yeah, extra Murderous Cut as like way to kill Fury could be good. Because like we're like a little light on ways to kill Fury since we're yeah. I actually like that suggestion a lot. Oh, classic streamer like just say a thing out loud. So that's what you type. Your wires get all crossed. Unfazed by the Ugin? I mean, just Coffers nonsense. Ooh, I've got my Kozilek, I've got my Ugin. I'm never popping Relic. I pop Relic. Call the Death Dwellers. Call the Death Dwellers a Bowmaster is very cool. Probably like not good in this list, right? Because we don't have any 1-drops. You would want to be able to return like Bowmaster 1-drop kill something. But I like this. I like the thought. You'd probably have to play Channeler with it. I'm not sure that you want to bring Murderous Cut against Scam. Like, people are just so scared of Omnath, but we already have enough ways to kill Omnath. Tested aim on Titan a lot with the ring. I don't see why people like it so much in Titan. Yeah, I agree that the ring is like not an amazing fit in Amulet Titan, but the ring is mostly just broken. Could be maybe better to play Malakir Rebirth as a land here, but I also like holding it up in case they do a removal spell. Yeah, Gaia Reach is a card we've been considering. The thing is, I think I would play Fields 7 and 8 before the first Gaia Reach. I would want a Dream Render if I wanted more Cyborg cards for Titan. Titan is probably a weak spot. Titan is probably a weak spot with this build. But I think it's also fun to like currently be like dodging the Titan matchup, and we still have like a lot of discard plus Voidwalker against them. The fields are okay also. Bowmasters plus Asthma for call. I'm hearing, yeah. So the card is gonna die. Yeah, we have one Shadow of Doubt. Push and push our Rebirth on Orc, maybe. We get an Explosives, and they play it on 0. Not very scary. There it is. Kozilek, Ugin, mystery card. Yeah, so punished for not playing the Rebirth last turn. I think we might be okay. Maybe they'll play a Sheoldred and we'll get to push it. Kale was brewing Grixis food with Bowmaster's Echo. It turned into Murktide. That's so funny. It's always funny when you're cooking and you just get so different from where you started. So let's attack for 5. Although they probably crack the Explosives and go to 9. And I think I'm just supposed to slam the ring here. If I play Sheoldred, like, obviously if they don't have Damnation, we're doing great, but the ring is, like, kind of good against everything besides Karn. Could also draw a Discard spell here. Demolition Field seems subpar for both players. I mean, my opponent's playing Cabal Coffers. My fields are better than theirs, although they may have more than me. We beat Coffers earlier because we were able to like Demolition Field their Urborg, and they just have like 3 Coffers in play and only the swamp that they got off field. I'm gonna try to remember to side out my Urborg again. I might need help again. They did have Karn, which made my ring lying much worse. What would they get? Maybe their own ring. I've got 2 Bowmasters in play, so their own ring is kind of risky. Coding? Dude, Karn sucks. Karn is so bad. Spike, why no Karn? Why no Karn? You want a Karn for coding on turn 5? What are we doing? How did we get here? What did they do to this world? What did they do to us? Okay, Evoke Despair is pretty bad into the Sheoldred. We'll take the Ugin, I think. I'm gonna attack the Karn so that if they -2, then we get to tap the ring. Yeah, the reason to play Karn is to get more rings, I guess. Edward, 5 months, thank you. You played Unearth, Unmarked Grave, Archon. How do I feel about that now? I don't think have I played Unearth too, or you mean Persist? I mean that deck's okay. So we can still attack with our Bowmasters. Nice to have all of our Sheoldreds too. And then we can get all 3 of their cards out of their hand. Although, yeah, I guess it's best to go Voidwalker, Hardcast Grief, Evoke Grief. I guess I can also go Evoke Grief. No, I can leave the Kozilek in their hand for now, and if I want to cast Kozilek, take it next turn. Oh, I just leave the stupid coding in their hand. I forgot they had the coding. You activate Bridge. Bridge is currently this exact same card right now. Also, this lets me, this lets me Voidwalker and Evoke Despair to kill them, right? And even if they Damnation, Sheoldred kills them. Yeah, best possible doesn't matter. Also, a million looks at another Bowmaster. Surprised you're playing this deck on stream without good spin. Well, I have a lot of things I need to figure out about this deck, right? Also, like, I just don't really think that people are going to believe in it, if that makes sense. I don't think that I think this is not going to be a deck. I think this is going to be a deck that a lot of PT players dismiss, and like I might even dismiss it too. Like, I know we're winning a lot with it, but I am not like in any way convinced that this deck is good. So I feel kind of comfortable playing a lot about it. I'm trying to figure it out though. Okay, slide out Urborg. Drop both. Let's bring both needles. No, I need to decide as if they have Bowmasters still. Kind of made the mistake last time, right? And I think I want to favor Sheoldred over Tourach this time. Although I think the first cut is better than the push is. No, I think the push is better because it just kills Bowmaster, or yeah, Bowmaster early. Just try to save Revolt for Sheoldred. How much off-stream testing am I doing? I'm doing a good amount, but like a lot of it is also like not necessarily playing. A lot of like off-stream thinking quietly to myself. I was just thinking about drawing Grief here. Let's go to just Thoughtseize turn 1. I think there's a good chance I just need to Rebirth as a land. But also, this could maybe take a removal spell for the Grief if I feel like I want to scam still. Yeah, let's take the Night's Whisper first. Have I considered playing Tassiger over this deck? Of course not. Of course I haven't. And you shouldn't either. Yeah, let's hit our land drop. I think the Damnation probably. Maybe it's push better, grief later. I won't necessarily be able to grief is kind of my thinking. But yeah, I mean, I guess you play Gurmag instead, but just, yeah, I don't know. I'm not like trying to play a random Delve 4/5 that you can't activate. Oh, now we get to double Bowmasters this turn. Tassiger's been sneaking into Dimir's Shadowless. It's been sold there. No, don't listen. Tassiger's not playable. If you're playing Dimir's Shadow, your threat should be Bowmaster, Shadow, Murktide, nothing else. Murktide doesn't play like one Breach as a 5th Delve spell. Why are we playing 5 Delve spells? If you were, why is it not Murderous Cut? I don't know. It's just like, no, don't play Tassiger. I love Tassiger so much. Tassiger's awesome, but no, don't let the nostalgia trick you into playing bad cards. Murderous Cut and Rhino sounds kind of hot, to be honest. They do play Murktide, though. Oh, you said Tassiger, Murderous Cut, not Murktide, Murderous Cut. Listen, if y'all read Murktide Regent, stop trying to register Tassiger. Have y'all read Murktide Regent? They had his March mystery card, right? Oh, they have Field still. They get a Ballista. So they can march my Voidwalker to stop me from playing Karn. Oh, are we supposed to board out a ring so that we could wish for it if we hit their Karn? No way, right? Yeah, no way. But it's kind of a fun thought. I didn't see the 8-key list in Legacy. I saw some list, though. I don't know if it was LSVs. Yeah, too fancy, just kind of thinking out loud. But how fancy... Okay, so their hand is just a Field of Ruin right now. Yeah, at FNM you can style on them. What about the Orvars? They're still here in the league, but I think that we're gonna be playing one Murderous Cut. I won one Hearse, one Cut. Honestly, don't mind having like just 5th Graveyard Hate in the Living End format. So there's their field. We don't know their other card. And who cares? We got a ring. I also feel like one of the quiet best things about this deck is your mana base is just not very painful, so your ring is like even better. Like in the Jund list, like the ring was still good, but you really could feel yourself taking like 8 damage to your land sometimes. Obviously, we still have a couple fetches, which is a little bit, but Invoke. Is Coffers? Coffers is a popular modern deck, yeah. Are they going to field first? What the... Oh, they don't have enough mana for Kozilek. They have Kozilek and not enough mana for it, so we get to Tourach that. Or Grief it, I guess is probably a bit better. What? What? I'm going to hold the Invoke Despair. I got to hold it here. They're going to ping me with Bowmasters. They're going to ping me. I gotta hold it. Yeah, Nassif's been, I think, really popularizing it. Oh, I had protection. Oh, never mind. Protection from everything, baby. This is also like why you don't play the Evoke. Ah, so dumb, though. It's so easy to forget about the protection from everything. Even if you're the one with it. So maybe I should like ring again to try to stop another invoke. See what our other options are. Kind of seems right, actually. Just play second Bowmasters. Sign of Blood would be notably much better than Night's Whisper here. Play Bowmaster now for an extra damage against the Damnation deck. Do you want to play it now when we still have lethal next turn? Miss 1 damage. They have Damnation in their deck, chat. They have Damnation. Come on. And we still have lethal. GG. Any issues with Edict's first ring? I mean, obviously Edict doesn't answer ring, but you still have Bowmaster Sheoldred deck, and you also have 4 of your own rings. Yeah, I guess I could draw March. Okay. All right, 6-0 on the day. Also, like I don't know. It's mono black. It's mono black, no coffers. It's a big question mark. I don't feel too bad about like showing it off. I might even play it in the challenge tomorrow. Keep this. Hammer's a good deck to play against. Could potentially say just try to scam Grief twice this game. I think I want to play one of the Rebirths as a land though. Okay, don't. Glad I didn't play a Cigar Disated turn 1. Those sagas are pretty scary, though. What would need to convince me this deck is good enough for the PT? I don't know. I'm not convinced, though. Need to do some off-stream testing with it, like specific matchup testing, really. Yeah, we have Ratchet Bomb over Path of Peril or Damnation. Like, Path of Peril is really awkward with the Bowmasters now. How much does Castle come up? Castle's good. It's better. It's like definitely better than the man land in my opinion, or the creature land. Is Terra Sunder a viable sideboard card? Stop with Terra Sunder, please! Just don't play 2-mana Disenchants, I think. I don't know, that card just... I've never, like, seen that card be good. It could be like, a little bit better, though, than I think. But it's been suggested so much, I'm just kind of confounded. Okay, so I think we're gonna go... leave this back. It's an exile effect. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I have yet to like really lose because my opponent. Oh, sorry. I should have main phased this. Now they get to use the extra mana. I've yet to lose because my opponent like. Maybe that's not true, but like just like 2 mana exile the ring has just not been that scary. Yeah, definitely should have main phased the field. Yeah, no, yeah, countering the ring is good, but like it's also, you know, one thing too that like is something that I even have a hard time remembering somehow. When a broken card is in the format, and I think a good example is like the dynamic that we've seen with Indomitable Creativity recently. Like when the Creativity deck is just so good, right? And Creativity is so good, and you like play all these cards like all these Flusterstorms, and you play all these like 1 mana counter, you know, Invasive Surgery to beat Creativity. The problem is the rest of the creativity deck is still really, really good. The entire rest of the creativity deck is still like all broken cards. It's all Teferis and Bindings and Red and Sixes and Fables. And it can be hard to have like a card that just answers one card in the deck, and it just doesn't line up well against the rest of like the broken pile of cards, if that makes sense. I'm just going to main phase both Edicts, turn off the drum. And they're Edicts, so that it's not like they get like a lot better if you hold them here. And so like that's why like Spell Pierce is like so much better against creativity than Flusterstorm, which took me so long to figure out. Uh-oh. The handle's pretty good, huh? Binding sucks. I hate playing with it. Binding is good. I love playing with it. I don't know. Can be kind of tricky. It's actually a pretty good draw. Put in the call down. I think I attack. It's kind of close. Would I make any changes to 4-color list? I would add Edgar Charmed Groom, I think, over Obnath. Yeah, I've been so impressed by this card. I haven't really played much of it before this. Yeah, it's a Takenuma, not a castle. Third shield. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that sentinel trigger. I'm like, it's like, what's happening? Yeah, also, yeah, Edict's really good. I don't think you're supposed to play 4, but it's like, Edict is maybe better than I think Dingo has even said that it's better than Terminate sometimes, or like, not that it's obviously sometimes better than Terminate. I think sometimes he said that it's better than Terminate, and I was skeptical. Maybe I'm not supposed to play the Urborg. I do have like the like rings in my deck to like draw, play a land. I have Castle. Yeah, with Castle in your deck, I think you play the land. I'll block the Sentinel. Okay, big draw step. A little late on the Bowmasters. Wanted to be able to ping the Sentinel. I'll attack though now. Yeah, I mean, Sheoldred's Edict, also just being able to kill Red and 6 and Teferi is so big. It's just the biggest deal. Unequipped Cauldron in play is less dangerous than one in hand. I mean, this game, I don't know if you're saying like this game we had a choice, right? Probably not saying that. So nice that if we draw a ring, we don't let them have a card now. Their hand was really scary. Alright, probably, let's see what we draw. Could Side and Blood them here. So do we want to trade 3 damage for 2 lifelink? I think no. Still kind of have the late game. And Hypothetical Eagle is a different kill spell for Stoneforge, preventing Cauldron coming down in the first place. Oh, I see. Sure. Okay, they don't have a hammer. This is obviously really bad. Take 7 down to 4, and then if we put 4 toughness in front of this next turn... Oh, there's only 3 toughness, fuck. Yeah, we need to draw a ring. I'm just dead. So I have to block this Sheoldred. Yeah, I was just going to game 3. Or game 2, rather. Laundry, Twitch Prime, thank you. Am I preparing for the draft part? I haven't been as... Like, so right now, I'm just still, like, mostly focused on Constructed. I will obviously prepare for Limited. I'm not going to go with no prep, but... I still feel that I feel like I mastered Mom Draft in, like, 3 weeks. Or Mom Sealed and Mom Draft in 3 weeks. I don't even have to learn Sealed. I only have to learn Draft. I think I can still have time. But maybe I should have started a little bit sooner. I also like, if I'm like late on preparation, like I can focus more on that on the testing house too. Okay, testing house will help a lot with the Limited. Since I'm, you know, Constructed gamer. Tough format to master. Yeah, I mean, Mom Limited was also super. Are you saying Mom was? Yeah, this is also tough one. Lord of the Rings. Mom was a super tough format to master, but I worked really hard at it, and like I got second in the PTQ finals, and I almost top 32 the first one, which like advances. Ooh, 1 needle over Tourach 3. How many drafts have I done? Not many, like 5. Not even that many. And I also don't think I've finished a single one. Yeah, but I still feel okay about... Like, also, I think Lord of the Rings is a lot less complicated of a set to learn than Mom. Mom was so complicated. It was insane. We can keep this. We have Scam Grief turn 2. We have double Ratchet Bomb. Well, of text for Rune Bears. I have it memorized now. Mom had too many bombs you couldn't play around. Play your own bomb, baby. I don't know. I actually love Mom Limited. I don't even know. People also say this about like every Limited set. Oh, there's just too many bombs, but I don't know. I like that wasn't, at least wasn't really my experience. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to play Demolition Field. I don't know why I was thinking I couldn't. I like this enter tapped for some reason, and I couldn't grief scam. I should have definitely grief scammed there. But like I remember like I beat like the 5-mana Sheoldred and Sunfall the same game, just like with commons on commons. My opponent curved out, drew really well, had 5-mana Sheoldred, had Sunfall, and I just outplayed them, and it's just not that bad. Yeah, so really big punt to have not griefed here. Obviously. Kind of anecdotal, but like I obviously sometimes you lose the bomb, so I just didn't really feel like I was like just getting crushed by them. They get a hammer. Just outplay them, yeah. Literally though, right? Like, I feel like in Limited, like just outplay your opponents is not a bad attitude to have. I'm just playing tap Malakir Rebirth. Goodbye, mailbox. 5 months. Thank you. Yeah, I agree that they're very likely to have Cauldra. I have the Sheoldred's Edict, thankfully. So I don't feel like I have to evoke the grief. I take a big hit though. I punted this game also so bad. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I meant to play the Malakir Rebirth. I thought I had already played it. I don't know. These are maybe just like streamer mistakes, but also like my opponent's like tanking on the Sylex. I'm up 6 minutes. I said out loud, play the Malakir Rebirth, and my brain thought I had already played it. They also don't have the Cauldron. I don't. It's just so tough. Like in these games where you're streaming, and your opponent's playing so slow, it's so hard to like stay focused. I know it's like not a very good excuse, but it happens to me all the time that I just can't focus during these games where my opponents play this slowly. It's not the end of the world either. Okay, so this turn I can go sack Ratchet Bomb on 2, pitch Sheoldred's Edict, scam Grief, hold up push, and Field of Ruin. I can also just hardcast Grief. That line seems like really very good though. Maybe people know about me. Maybe, I don't know. It's just, oh, but I need to sack the bomb on 1 first. Just fine. Alternatively, I like, if I don't like that, then maybe it's good to hardcast Grief. I think with them having 5 cards in their hand, I mean, what really goes wrong if I hardcast Grief though? I can also like make them make 2 Saga tokens. I just have 3rd bomb. How do they play around 3rd bomb? I guess the Pithing Needle goes really badly for me here. Not blowing up Saga seems wrong. I think when I have the other bomb to just kill the Saga tokens, I don't really care. What do they name with Needle? Yeah, I think we crack the bomb now because of this bomb because of Needle. And if they Needle this Sylex, it's okay because I have the bomb. And like, oh fuck! Sorry. I'm usually not. Oh, does this line 5 head play around Needle on Ratchet Bomb? No, it doesn't. We even said it like so many times. Crack the other bomb on 1 first. One of those days. It's over. No, what's sad is like we're probably still like ahead even, despite making all these terrible, like embarrassing mistakes. It's been a long week. You can crack Sylex. Thank you. I know. That's what I'm mauling over right now. You didn't crack to crack bomb because your Sylex is 1? Right, yeah. So I think a Needle would just crack Sylex in 1. Okay. It's kind of a weird spot. Jugs 2 months, thank you. Always embarrassing to like punt so bad and still just be really ahead. Edicts over other usual target removal. Edicts are so good. They kill Planeswalkers. Is kind of like, they kill Planeswalkers, kill Sanctifier, good around Veil of Summer. They're so good. Stop Twitch Prime, thank you. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop the bomb. Their hand should be like all lands in 1 possible spell. Like 3 lands, 1 spell. Alright, so and the hammer that we do about. I don't know. I'm so spacey today. I need to be doing a better cat. This is also like classic like Magic player, like start making mistakes and the mistakes just like cascade into each other because you're tilted. A vicious cycle. So I think we just play the ring and let them draw a card. We'd also just like not let them draw a card, of course. Push here, pay 3. It's so bad if they draw into Spell Pierce. I don't really feel like they could ruin this game if I don't let them draw a lot of cards. I'm playing 1 Blast Zone over at Demolition Field. We don't have any 1-drop, so Blast Zone seems really good. I think that's like a fine thought. You'd have to probably test the Hammer matchup more, because like it's mostly that matchup that you want it for, like that and Shadow maybe. But the fields have also been really good. Like Tron is like pretty popular, and like not having to dedicate sideboard cards to Tron is nice. And the more and more fields you add, like the less that dynamic is real. Do they have a protection spell? They can only equip this once for 0, right? First equip ability you activate. Sheoldred's Edict doesn't do anything, so I think I need to block first. I just go block. If they have Forging protection spell, good beats, right? Like, them attacking with this is like so sketchy though. Like why else would they do this unless they had a protection spell? But even if they had a protection spell, I guess it doesn't accomplish anything, right? Why couldn't we block the 2/2? It does trample, and it's about to have a hammer on it. They're putting it here? What am I missing? Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. It's fine. We can finally catch a punt after punting ourselves so much, maybe. They can equip this for instant speed? No, you can only do this once. You can only do this, like, instant speed. Or you can only pay 0, equip instant speed. Wait, hold on, what? No, you're right. That's what I'm missing. They can just spend 2 mana equip. I've never seen this. Ah, amazing. Man, I've never played a match worse in my entire streaming career than that one. Obviously, like playing like with and against new cards, you always make more punts, but holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with the Cauldron re-equip. It's just like the spend mana for equip was something I wasn't very conscious of. Green-White Titan, huh? You don't want to sell 2 with it? Yeah, I know, but like this is just like what I'm saying is the filter, right? Like it's just, you know, bad etiquette, whatever. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but this would just be something to know not to say in the future. Alright, brought back as a rampant growth. It's like a classic Fran list. Have to grief the Titan, then we can slam ring. They got their own ring. Yeah, I don't feel so bad about the forge a new punts, but like the not play your land 1/2 is like, it's just so hard when you're streaming and like your opponent's just tanking like 20 seconds on everything you play, and then when you say out loud I'm gonna play the Malakir Rebirth, and then like a full minute passes, it's just so hard to like, it's just like an easy mistake to make. And then the crack, like I shouldn't have cracked the Sylex when I did, but it was like a weird spot playing around Needle, like a fine learning experience maybe. Yeah, it's fine. They like this. They just are not going to Valakut anytime soon. Wait, they're also playing this package? I'm so confused by their deck. I think I'm just jam Sheoldred. They tap the ring in response. So we don't get the Bowmaster, but it's like they have to pay for pacts. They're not triggering Valakut off the Titan triggers because they can't. I guess they can have a bounce land in their hand. I don't think I'm supposed to like play the ring though. Do we trade? I don't think so. I think my Sheoldred is better than their Titan here with 2 rings in play. If they find another Dryad, we're in bad shape. But they can't transmute, impact, and play Dryad before attacking with Titan. Upkeep stop maybe. Oh, I don't really need it because the trigger goes on the stack. I'm curious like what my opponent's gonna do here. Their deck is so weird looking. Unless they found Amulet. I mean, are they playing Amulet? They have Reprieve and Brought Back in their deck. Maybe they are. They play a Castle Locthwain and a Grazer. So we gain 8 up to 16. Alright, let's evoke Grief. We might want to like Field of Ruin plus Fatal Push. Like having Revolt for Fatal Push for a Dryad seems really important. I could also just play a ring. Ring Bowmaster. Yeah, I guess I can also hold up Bowmasters, and maybe if I feel like they're going to Dryad, maybe I Bowmaster ping my own Bowmaster. So, oh, but then, sorry, I thought I had 7. I have only 6. I like racing. I mean, we are racing. The question is just hold up Field of Ruin, so we can have push plus Bowmasters. I think I'm just going to play another ring. So if they tap this ring here, so they're going to the 10, then down to 8, tap the ring is 6. Yeah, so they're dead if they tap the ring, so I think I should just be able to play this. By that I mean not spending mana on the ring. I think I am supposed to spend mana on the ring here. Just a quick pro everything. Pushing Grazer to turn off the ring. The ring's already turned off though, they're dead, right, if they tap it. Because of the Bowmasters. So they do get to Dryad. This leaves you cold to a Dryad killing Shelly. I mean, I get to push the Dryads after the Sheoldred dies. I guess it kind of depends too. Like, it's a problem if I guess I can't really Bowmaster ping them. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get to draw 3. I think. We're still doing pretty good, though, I think. Valakut is not a May. Holy shit. Oh, no, it is a May. Never mind. The May is up here. You may have Valakut. Never mind. It is a May. False alarm. False alarm. So I play my Bowmaster, I think, ping them down to 7, they crack the fetch down to 6, then they go down to 3 on their upkeep. Maybe I'm just supposed to push Dryad instead. Yeah, I know I can feel the push on my turn. I'm scared about using too much mana, though. Have them down to 3. Yeah, it was maybe just... So I think it was just better to push. And then Bowmaster in response to another ring tap. Yeah, never mind. It's a weird spot. These are like for the kind of games I feel like I need to be playtesting, for what it's worth. So I can field both Valakuts. And evoke Grief. All lands. Probably dead. I wonder if they're out of fetchables or like close to out of fetchables. Did I not want to push Dryad on my turn? I guess, well, like, what difference did it make? Sorry, I should have fielded the other Valakut reading the comment. Well, I guess it's the same amount of damage because they just took it the basic off the field. Want to wait to see if they crack fetch before push. I need to kill the Dryad before they can play their land drop for turn. I need to kill Dryad before they can play their land for turn. Yeah, but it was the same amount of damage. That's ring. I can draw 2 Bowmasters off my ring tap. They have to have nothing, which is, you know, kind of a big ask, right? Yeah, I guess we do the drill step. Their list is just so weird. I'm not, like... I'm kind of confused, like, every turn here, I feel. I thought you could push Dryad in response to a flood of triggers. I don't think there's any way to get to take less than the 3 damage we took this turn. I don't think there's... Because, like, the field is also going to give us 3 damage. I think we, like, found a way to take the least possible. But still took damage. So I have 5 draws, and I have to draw 2 Bowmasters. And I have 3 Bowmasters in the deck. So not very good odds. Yeah, we did open ourselves to 3 extra damage also. I don't know. Like, how many fetchables are they playing? Like, they have bounce lands, they have a ton of fetch lands. They still have the T-West package. They have Castle Locthwain. Like, I'm just so confused by their build. They have brought back. Their build looks so odd. I took 6. I thought I took 3. I don't know. If anyone wants to suggest like really specific lines, I'm happy to hear it. But I don't know that there was any line that not to take 6 even. Maybe there was. It was a very confusing game. Field, let them search. Trigger in response, field again. Search in response to that push. But then they just crack then they crack both their fetches and they still deal me 6, right? Is that not still the same? And yeah, isn't it the same? Or but maybe it's just like I don't know. They only had 1 fetch? No, I thought they had like 1 on the left and 1 on the right side. I'm so confused. This has them cracking 2 fetches. Their fetch was tapped. Yeah, no, I don't think that that's true. If it was tapped, we could have done it on our turn, but I don't think that it was tapped.
What's up? It's me, your friend.
I think they're out of fetchables. Yeah, I mean, this is also like where open deck lists come in. Like having perfect information on their number of fetchables makes that decision point so much easier. All right, let's go for Voidwalker, Steal a Titan. If it was tapped on my turn, that was the better line. I was still dead, but that was the better line. These amuletless shells run 9 fetch. Yeah, so... Oh. Best line was to play push instead of Bowmaster. Yeah, I agree. Push instead of Bowmaster was... Or Bowmaster instead of push was a big punt. Agree with that for sure. Utopia Sprawl? How, like, literally, how was this in their deck? I'm so confused. Alright, well, I am attacking. See if they top deck Titan. Let's view the deck list each game. Yeah, before each game you can look. They drew a spell. They drew an oust. Let's, I guess, just Murderous Cut. There is 0 benefit into pushing response to your own field, as it was guaranteed them damage. We could take in 0 damage if we wait to push. But isn't the but they get to land off the field, which triggers damage. Doesn't like field Valakut still take that damage from the like the basic that they get off the Field of Ruin? This game has been such a headache. I'm just I haven't been this confused in a while. I know that if Dryad is dead, there's no damage, but the problem is they have... We can move on. But the problem there was that they had 2 fetches available. Maybe I'm supposed to just be kicking the Tourach. Oh, we think they have Oust number 2? They only have 1 fetch. I know that they only had 1 fetch if I did it main phase. Let's please just move on. I know that they only had 1 fetch on my turn, but obviously I thought it's too hard to keep track. Of like, are we talking about fielding on my turn, fielding on their turn? All the Tourachs. And no card to search for. Didn't find a 2-drop off the Rebirth either. They'll probably double block my Grief. I guess I'll kill the Grazer. Interesting they go for a counter here over another cat, because another cat's the same amount of damage. Or same amount of power in play. This is the best top deck, I think. They have like exactly one top deck. Even like does it a Titan doesn't even do a Titan can block the Tourach, I guess. Okay, we win. Their deck is such a headache, though. Typically do like Tourach a lot in these matchups, but... And they were pretty good. They have all this white removal post board. Yeah, I guess they weren't bad. Let's run it back. Probably don't need to be too worried about this build, right? Okay, being able to scam Grief is really nice in this kind of matchup. If I don't draw a land, I probably won't, though. Maybe we just Thoughtseize turn 1 and kind of like play it by ear. Might even still scam Grief. We'll see what their hand is. A Reprieve and a Summoner's Pact. Let's take the Reprieve. Surprised that they're pacting. Happy that they are, though. So I can go potentially Grief, evoke Fatal Push. Although now that they've played second Temple Garden, I know that we don't have a target for the Grief. So I'm just going to play this. We can potentially field plus push next turn. If they don't play 2 lands, like if they have a land, they should play it so they can trigger Valakut. So we'll evoke Grief if they don't play, if they don't draw a land here, right? All right, so I'm going to evoke Grief. Let's pitch to the Tourach. Got it. I'll still field, despite me already having Revolt. Another dry. I know Valakut in play. It's now much less scary. A top deck Valakut could be bad. Let's draw an untapped land, though. Not quite. Maybe we should have main phase Murderous Cut because of, like, Veil. Reprieve. Not being that different. Also not sure if I'm supposed to lead. I'm probably supposed to lead on Sheoldred for like the clock if I draw a land. Just a Bowmaster though. Both players top decking. One with all their spells available though. Probably supposed to tap on their turn, right? I can't get over just how good Sheoldred has been in the like Ring World. Just from a card that is like fringe, playable, barely playable, to like a card I've just been loving. Maybe it was a bit better too than gave credit for. So tap takes 6. One card in their hand. Okay. So I'm gonna ring first, so if I draw a different black card besides Sheoldred, I can pitch that. Even second Bowmasters, I think I just went back up Sheoldred. If I attack with the Bowmaster, block here, take 4. They're just dead, so might as well attack with it. So they go down to 4, down to 2, can't tap the ring. They're dead. The ring tempts them. Already hoping to grief there. I don't Cultivator Colossus, I don't know. There's really no reason to not play the grief, and they could have a spell in their hand. Being able to play grief is huge. Being able to play Field of Ruin is huge. Being resilient to Blood Moon is huge. Having a mana base that isn't very painful is also a big deal when we're talking about mono black. Desire for acceleration to the 4 drops. We already have too many 2 drops, I think, to play Mindstone. Obviously, I would be like a little interested. Up against some kind of Ponza build, probably. I wish I was bowmastering this elf right now. Yeah, fetch lands 4, pushes, and Murderous Cut. I think 4 is a good number. You could play a little. You could play like 3 though. Record versus the Omnath Ring decks. I only remember playing against it twice. It's possible I played against it more, but as far as I know, I'm 2-0 against it. Sheoldred's Edict, Malakir Rebirth, Bowmaster Voidwalker, Shadow of Doubt, Knight's Whisper, all good draws. Right, that was on the list. Maybe not the highest. What about my opponent's deck? Looks like a Coco deck. Hopefully they play Seasoned Pyromancer. Or another Arbor Elf. Okay, they're not playing Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh boy. This deck. I think I have to grief them. There's a really good chance they have a Karn. Yeah, I'm gonna enter Besage You Hell. They might not be on Blood Moon if they're playing like the Coding Disenchant plan, which is probably worse for us. We're pretty happy when our opponents cast Blood Moon. What do you about the Sunday Challenge, winning 4 colors, not playing the 4th Ren? 3 Ren is 100% incorrect. I would never not play the 4th Ren in 4 color. But what do I know? Nice that the One Ring is indestructible, huh? I want to get another Swamp just in case they're playing Moon. Could be wrong. It is really nice too that with the ring you just don't. Obviously, this game, like the grief pitch, was pretty necessary. I think to take the fury, and just like with the ring, like you can just like pitch it as a value card, or not. You know, value's not the right word, but as a reasonable play. You need to draw some action. The hand should just be... Okay, second Planeswalker. Hold it, mana. Their hand should just be land. Got him. Probably doesn't matter very much at this point in the game. Yeah, Karn Ponza build of some kind. We're pretty cool to a top deck Karn. I think they may have played that pre-combat if they had it, and maybe not. Okay, down to 13. Let's keep up the Malakir Rebirth. If I need Revolt, I can go Rebirth my Bowmasters, target itself, Rebirth Bowmasters, then Fatal Push like another Endurance, but I guess they wouldn't main phase Endurance. Yeah, I imagine they have Ancient Grudge with all these coatings, but it's just like... Still probably not a great plan. Down to a lowly 10 life. And haven't found a second Sheoldred yet. Probably best to replay a ring this turn, like, and not just die to like 3 lightning bolts or 2 lightning bolts. I think black is the best monocolored. I don't usually think of those terms. Casual 4 mana draw 10. Needles seem really good against them. It's probably all I want. Cut the shadow on the draw. Use the restroom too, be right back. And to get the energy back up, I can now raise the desk again. Thank you, chat. I guess we're keeping this. Shout out to Castle Locthwain. Guess we main phase the Bowmaster. See what they do. Another elf. Wonder if we ever try to beta seize the Pyromancer. Not really. Okay, let's do it. Let's beta seize the Pyromancer. I bet they have that card. So your hands like these that don't use Castle. Yeah, I mean there's obviously downside, but there's also big upside. We won games off of Castle today. Let them hit 5 mana? Like what am I scared of 5 mana? Fury? They're not casting Fury. Karn plus coding? We can just concede. I don't know, I feel like we're behind enough to like try to like smash a Seasoned Pyromancer is nice. And if they're just gonna get a coding, then this is also fine. I do have to ping the Karn. I think we push now. Just in case they kill my Bowmaster, right? And just in case they have... I guess they don't have Veil of Summer, they would have already casted, so I'll just push now. Not so bad. Could have been worse. Maybe it was even better to like Rebirth Bowmasters, but I do really want to be able to like play Rebirth as a land next turn if I don't draw one. Three cards in their hand. Probably losing to that. Need to draw a Sheoldred's Edict like right now. Oh, it doesn't even work because they have 2 Planeswalkers. Voidwalker, I guess. Yes, I know y'all can hear my music. Thank you for the... It's only the people with like headphones on themselves I think they can hear it. I'm not going to turn it down though. No Bowmasters? Probably just go to game 3. I can't play it on stream because it's all copyrighted. Okay. I think on the play I can be down to push. Like push mostly just kills their Arbor Elves, and we have Bowmasters to like and Edicts to like get them on the play. Oh, there's a Bowmaster. I think I do want to fetch turn 1, just in case they somehow have Blood Moon in their deck post-board. Thinning is maybe, like, a little relevant, too. Remember what I told you about Arbor Elves, chat? Well, I warned them, they just don't listen, huh? Do those orcs have bows? I mean, so it makes sense for not all the orcs to have bows, because you're also making the army. But yeah, literally where... I don't know that there is a bow. I think this orc has a bow, maybe, and you can't even see it. Yeah, this one has a quiver for sure. So this is the Bowmaster, and then this is the amassed army right here. Bio, 18 months, thank you. What was my take on the Hayashi version of Mono Black? I don't know what the Hayashi version of Mono Black is. Listen, I love Hayashi, but also it's like... Hayashi just has like, you know, a million versions of Mono Black, a million versions of Mono Red, and we'll just like feel like playing like a random old standard card in these decks sometimes that like are like obviously not good or like not optimal, but Hayashi will just feel like playing it, and I don't know. This is how I would build mono black. It's like what I'm saying is it's like you can't like how do you evaluate the hierarchy list? It's not possible. And there's so many different versions. Like you can't even know, like you can't know what the build is. It's just too much. Fury is very good here. It was better than Night's Whisper because of Fury. I was kind of scared of Karn though. Yeah, I did. We were playing Sun and Blood at first. It ended up being worse than Whisper, but like it's very close. Well, no worries, just ringing. Gonna tap on upkeep, I think. You could have the cast into the fire. Coding. It's gonna be an Ancient Grudge this time. Yeah, Soulrun would be pretty good. Not funny to be if opponent Terrace on it. I mean, like any 2-mana exile, the ring thing is fine, but you know, or would be good for them there, yeah. Any consideration named Karn? I mean, the two Bowmasters should be able to deal with the Karn. I watched back our game, Sheoldred almost sold the match and said how good it is. Tourach is good against every Titan deck, you should absolutely play it. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Or I thought I did. It was just like specifically like so bad that game, but especially against your white removal. Remember, if you master your army here, it becomes a 2/2 and survives. Bowmaster's so good. So much better than I thought it would be. Not really much they can have to deal with the Sheoldred. I don't think I'm evoking grief right now. Guess we'll whisper before evoking grief, second grief. Get to gain life. Deck is feeling pretty good, although it's hard to feel bad when you do stuff like this. Okay, let's get a 4-1 prediction. We're 8-1 on the day. I'll probably do a third league, yeah. I think it got like Athena like pretty well regularly like unplugged the standing desk on accident. But when I worked on it earlier, it was working and only going down. But chat was right. If you put it all the way down, it'll go back up. I don't know why, but it worked. Now let's a little fatal push. Good to test this matchup some. I think we played against like one time the other day. Kind of awkward to cast the Voidwalker here. It would be nice to like have Voidwalker and push our own Voidwalker. Oh wow, that's a great draw. Yeah, let's go Grief, pitch Bowmasters. And I want to be Voidwalker and have push up to kill my own Voidwalker. Where's the prediction? It's sometimes if you're on mobile you have to refresh. Sometimes it doesn't show up on mobile, but it's ending right now. Yeah, I've seen the Flump Bowmaster combo. It doesn't look very good, but looks very fun. Again, against Living End, you want your Voidwalker in the graveyard, since when the Living End gets exiled to Voidwalker, and you can cast it. So we get to take their 2 Cascade spells here. Obviously, they have 2 looks with the Riverwinder and their Draw Step and another one. And if we can just brick those looks, we're going to be in really good shape this game. Woodrow, 13 months, thank you. I mean, if they drew it, we're gonna die. It's okay. They didn't. How many Dark Rituals do you play in the deck? Usually these questions, Spike, how many of this not legal in Modern card would you play? I usually don't like these questions. I like this one. I don't know though. I'd probably play, assuming you can play any number. You could build the deck really differently with any number. That's a very fun question. You could maybe have like 6 to 8 and like an interesting build. Where's the malice in playing them? Coffer, like, you know, I almost feel like there's like a little bit of there's like a degree of lobbying when it comes to Coffer players. Coffer players really just don't want to admit, it feels like, that their deck has a big fail rate where Coffers is quite bad and like it just doesn't function. Also, you get other utility lands. You get to play Grief Malakir Rebirth. I don't think you want to play Grief Malakir Rebirth in a normal version of Coffers. Okay, if my opponent drew Force Blue card. Obviously, like, you know, Coffers has some advantage, but like with the current lower mana curve, also, this could maybe bait a force. I hate how they're thinking here. So what if I don't cast the Living End? Yeah, I'll just attack. Huh. Just attack. I can also like draw into discard for a force next turn. If you didn't cast it, they counter your ring. I mean, I don't know. Like, it seemed like they maybe have force, so they're thinking about, they just want to hold the force for the Living End. I can also just play another ring here, and if they, yeah, I can just go like, even if I don't draw a discard effect, I can just cast another ring. If they force it, I Living End. If they don't force it, I just attack them twice. I made some good plays today. Except I played one match worse than I've ever played any match in my entire stream career. But I played some good games today. They do have the food token. Wow, they pitch forced. Well, if their 3 cards are Force Blue card, Force of Negation, good fucking beat. You know what I mean? Also did the Violent Outburst. What did they pitch? Okay, they have a Cycler. Opt, basically. So we have the Grief coming down, so if they... Whatever, we get to take whatever card they put in their hand, too. Before more decks start playing Bow Crusher for Stomp vs. the Ring. I don't know like what deck would really want that, you know? There's not that many. Bone Crusher also kind of sucks in Modern. It's just not very good. It's not very bad, but I don't really like it. Okay. Honestly, this was a cool to beat triple Cascade plus Force of Negation this game. Pierce. I don't think Living End is going to play Pierce very often. They literally had Force and double Force of blue card. Did they? I think no. They didn't. They pitched Riverwinder. Right? Yeah. This was Exile. This was not Exile to Force. This was Exile to Voidwalker. Now they can't beat my Bowmaster though. Wait! Oh, I'm so dumb. I just totally forgot that they're refilling the yard here. I don't know. I'm just so dumb. I'm just sitting here like, I'm doing so good. Are we dead? I just didn't feel like they could fill the yard this much. This is actually kind of crazy. So I obviously can block the Waker. They also have a food token too. Block the Waker, take 8. Plus 9, 17. I'm dead. Can't block with Voidwalker. Yeah, that is fucking nuts, actually. Fuck. Giving them another turn wasn't good. My play was perfect this game, damn it. My play was nuts. They like had the force and I played around it. Come on, this play was perfect. Game 2. I should have put Orlando, I think. Yeah, when we add the hearse, we get to play a hearse over Murderous Cut once we change the sideboard too. Should have done upkeep. You can't. No, Voidwalker cannot cast at instant speed. Would we have won if they had forced the Living End instead? If they forced the Living End instead of the Ring, we maybe win, sure. But there's no way to make them do that. Yeah, I think I still would have cut the Orvar. I mean, my opponent also played well. You have to give them some credit too. Can't you draw? No, I'm just dead on that attack. I can't. There's not like, I don't have outs. I'm dead. Yeah, Living In is really gross. Keep push for a Voidwalker overcut. I don't think so, no. Because like being able to cut like the 7/7 and like the big creatures is a bit more relevant probably. Yeah, our play was I don't think we made a single mistake that game, but you know, sometimes you make no mistakes against Living End and you still lose. Okay, we'll keep this. Good hand. Why do you play Leyline with so few ways to get rid of them? Mostly because I think it's the best sideboard option for... It's the best sideboard option for Living End. Or you have Grief to pitch them, so it's not like you have no ways. And then also like with the Ring, I think you care a little bit less about having dead draws because it compensates. It's like I just haven't like found like a lot of success playing like the single target graveyard hate against Living End. Like the ley lines are much better, I think. We can also pitch them the Grief. Could also be wrong. Really hoping to not see a Street Wraith. Could also just be on Hearse. Like you could play. I don't know. That would be mainly if you wanted like more like Yawgmoth or Tron sideboard cards. I guess we also don't really have stuff to bring in. We have the Tourachs for blue white, right. One more card for blue white could be good though. Yeah, I think I'm beating Genercent pretty well. I don't know. It could be correct to just put a Grief in the graveyard here. I think the fact that like Tourach is like a pretty good card to like pressure them probably means that's not the case. Was it better to attack because of a bounce spell? I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, I know you can't kick Tourach, but it grows pretty well just from like the cycling and stuff. I think we just have to play a ring. Any creatures this turn just play so poorly into Living End plan. Time Murderous Cut. Why not grief them? Oh no! I forgot to grief them. I forgot to grief them. I feel like this amount of creatures is currently beatable. Maybe a little bit of a delusion to think that, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I think I just play another ring. And then, assuming that they just Violent Outburst, I have pro everything, I get to discard enough cards to cast the Murderous Cut, and then I have like Ring plus Sheoldred potentially. I get to fog this attack also. Also, I get to, I guess I'll just draw now, but assuming they don't have Violent Outburst me, I get to discard 2 creatures here. But they probably Violent Outburst, and then we discard like Leyline. Oh, cool. So I'm definitely gonna discard Voidwalker. I'm a bit worried about discarding the Sheoldred. I don't know if that worry is unfounded. Yeah, this seems fine. Seems kind of hard to like lose to a Living End here, and I'm just so up on cards. That's the main thing I'm losing to, right? Discard Grief. I think you just, I want to have a Sheoldred in play if they Living End. Discard second Tourach is safe. This is the safe play. This is the safe play. Why not discard 1 Tourach? How could you not know why I don't want to discard 1 Tourach after listening to what I just said? Voidwalker is like the obvious one to put in the yard, right? Probably do want to field them also, right? Some let's play 3 basic, some let's play 2. Nice. The Field of Ruins are also like really nice in open decklist format, probably. Does Living End usually pay Borrower? It used to be more stock, and now a lot of people have been cutting them, but it seems like our opponent is playing 1, right? And now I can discard the Tourach. Not interested in hardcasting Leyline? Not really. Their yard is already pretty full. I guess, like, you know, maybe helps play around second Living End, but we're doing pretty good against first Living End and second Living End because of the Voidwalker. Also, I was, you know, very interested in Field of Ruining them, which, as you may have seen, worked out pretty well. Okay, down to 14. I can't Violent Outburst, which is nice. Just draw 3. Really hope we don't just die to Borrow or beat down. It's bad. I think I'd rather, like, we can block Malakir Rebirth and take 1 less damage, but then we lose a counter on the Tourach, which is probably just not worth. Yeah, I can Field of Ruin basics, huh? Another ring's pretty good. Leyline is so annoying, too. 0 mana. 0 mana, you have no cards that do anything. Kind of nuts. Might die to our ring, too. Double block? Yeah. I really need a Sheoldred. In that case, keeping Sheoldred seems better because discarding it, we could cast into Living End without fear. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like we weren't necessarily doing great earlier in the game if we didn't have the Sheoldred in the yard. Any good sideboard option here on Leyline? No good sideboard options. You know, best thing is you're like your only line of the void, right? They're maybe still stuck on lands. There's a good chance they're sandbagging a land, though. Yeah. Tough match. The game 1 was so ridiculous, too. We only have one more ring in the deck. If we had more rings, we could, like, draw into Sheoldred plus ring here. I guess we can still draw into Sheoldred plus ring, but it's not enough. Don't have a damnation. We could maybe just be 19 and 6, huh? So we need to draw another. Yeah, what's up?
So my boss made me go home early, like get off early.
Okay, that's fun.
So when are you gonna be done?
I'm gonna do probably one more league.
You just finished?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one more after this. Or starting now.
Okay.
Is there something you wanted to do, or are you just
I wanted all of us to go to lunch.
Okay, I can't do lunch. Do you get lunch without me?